Alright, so the first thing you will see when you come into WordPress is the dashboard. It'll show you things like posts, the amount of posts you have, pages, amount of categories you have, some tags. We'll get into all this later, comments, etc. It'll also show your spam. We have it set up to show us our Google Analytics summary also, and that's something you can definitely request. So if we look over in the left column, we'll see a list, and in that list will be posts, media, links, pages, comments. Everything below that, you don't have to concern yourself too much. These are admin level settings. You can arrange your dashboard as you see fit by just moving and dragging over these particular things. You can also get rid of them or minimize them too. Now to add a post, you can either click here on posts in your dashboard or on the actual posts in the left column. In the drop down you'll see add new post tags, categories in my category order, which is a plugin that I've added. So you'll see that I've got all these different posts here. Well, I'm going to add a new one, so click add new. Up on top you will have your title field. You can go ahead and type in title. And down here will be your body field. So I'm just going to type body. For today's purposes, we will not be using excerpt or custom fields. So you could type as much body as you wanted to over here. It's recommended, though, that maybe you do a paragraph at a time. You'll drop in a more tag, and what that'll do is it'll show your first paragraph on the post. But if you want to show more, it'll give you the option to click more on your final post. So we're going to go up to Add Media. There's this little fuzzy ball thing. In the Add Media pop-up, you'll notice you have different tab selectors. And what these are is to add from your computer, and you'll be able to browse to a picture anywhere on your computer. If you have the URL extension of a picture, you could add it here, give it a title. Everything that you import into the Add Media will go into a gallery, and that's specific to this particular post. It will also be sent to the media library, where over time your images will collect. So let's say we want to upload some media to our gallery. Select a file. Now the advantage to WordPress is that it will upload and size 3 versions of your picture. So you don't have to size your picture anymore. Go back to Gallery, where we'll see Preview, which I just uploaded in there. And you'll notice that we've got a thumbnail version, no medium version, and no large version. That's because the full size of my image was smaller than the medium. Now if you had a large image, it would create a thumbnail, a medium, and a large, and if it was larger than we allow, it would go into the full size. We're going to select thumbnail. Now you can also change the title of your image here. And you can also add a caption. For these purposes, we will not be adding a caption. Now we're going to save our changes. It'll take us out to this screen. Now we're going to want to go back in. Now we're going to just simply insert into post, and there it is. Now notice that it will wrap to the left, and that means that the content will be along the right side of it. At this point you can change it to the right side if you prefer, the center, or above. Now how you do that is you click this image, and then inside of the image is a picture. We're going to click that. Here's where you're allowed to choose the alignment. We're going to keep it left. And in advanced settings, we could also add a border, vertical space, which is also known as padding, and horizontal space. Let's add some space. And you'll see that it previews above in this area. I need a little less space on the bottom, so I will take some off. Okay, that looks right. Now we'll update, and notice that the padding was added. If you prefer to preview your image, you may by selecting Preview, and it will pop up another tab or window for you to preview your post. Now everything previewed properly, so it's time to publish. We've already selected our categories. Over in the right column, you'll see Publish. There's Save Draft, Preview, Status, Visibility, and Publish Immediately. Let's walk through these. Pretty much want to save your draft whenever you can. Now WordPress will do it for you. However, it's just good practice to do it yourself, especially after you finish something important. In Status, you'll notice that we are in draft form because we are still working on it. This would also be the place that we could unpublish if we had already published this particular post. Visibility, you can add password protection with a simple password, make it public so that everybody can view it, or simply make it private so only you can view it. Now comes the time to publish. If you want to publish it right away, it's as easy as just selecting Publish. Now we're out in the real world and anybody can view it. Let's say we want to unpublish it. Go up here, change it back to Draft, and select OK. Now it is no longer out in the world. Now if you want to backdate the post, it's as simple as just changing the date and time and selecting OK. If you want to schedule a post, it would be as simple as changing the date for the future, selecting OK, and now you'll notice the Publish button has changed to Schedule. I'll select Schedule, and now our status will say scheduled for February 5th, which is tomorrow. If you want to unschedule, simply change the date into the past or current time frame. All right, let's publish.